Hello, everyone. This is the weekly review for November 2nd to November 6th in AP World History. Our four-class focus this week was on positive relationships as our executive functioning skill. It is one of BHS's core values. We will be focusing on those positive relationships as you go work in your breakout rooms and continue to work in your breakout rooms to finish the exam. The week began with us finishing the Pear Deck, where we talked about the expansion of the Ottoman empires. We also compared Shah Ismail and Shah Abbas as they legitimized their power in the Safavid Empire. And we talked about the comparison between Akbar and Aurangzeb as they consolidated power in the Mughal Empire. We wrapped up land-based empires, at least our in-class work, with a comparison of land-based empires and their methods that they used of increasing their expansion and how they resolved political or religious disputes within the empire. Again, the major land-based empires that we focused on were the Qing dynasty in China, the Ottomans in modern-day Turkey, the Safavid in Iran, and the Mughal in southern India. Some of the ways that they increased their expansion, all of them ended up using improved and increased gunpowder and weapons technology, and they seized control of neighboring territories. Examples of the resolution of political or religious disputes included the fact that marriages were forbidden between Chinese and Manchus in the Qing dynasty. The Hinduism and Islam, the faiths were at odds with one another in the Mughal Empire. You remember that was what resulted in the rise of Sikhism. And Sufism emerges as a sect of Islam in the Safavid Empire. We worked on a Martin Luther writing prompt. It was a two-part writing prompt. First, we determined your own definition of faith and had a discussion about that. And we basically came to a consensus that, faith is basically belief in something in the absence of evidence or proof to show that it is so. Then we read a passage from an introduction to a German Bible written by Martin Luther, the founder of the Protestant Church, and discussed how Luther defines faith. And he basically focused on the fact that faith was internal. It didn't come from deeds or works. And we soapstoned the source as well, thinking about who was the speaker, what was the purpose of the introduction, what was the occasion in which it occurred in the midst of the Protestant Reformation, who was his intended audience at the time. We didn't really focus on the tone, but we will get there when we talk about analyzing primary sources later on in class. Then we had the Unit 3 exam. We prepared and examined the short answer questions for the upcoming exam. I sent out a Google form to determine possibly more effective groupings. We'll have to get some feedback on that later on next week. And then we spent Thursday and Friday completing the exam. What's coming up in the future? Once I score the exams this weekend, you will finish the exam on Monday. I'm going to introduce the next essay assignment sometime this coming week. We will begin the Unit 4 Transoceanic Encounters from 1450 to 1750. Remember, there are two new assignments that will be due on Monday that were posted some time ago in Google Classroom: Technological Innovations and the Causes and Effects of Exploration. We also will have an exit ticket coming up on positive relationships as our executive functioning skill. So that's it for now. Take care.